Kelly Pavlik, and check out Jay Calderon Boxing Talk.
What's up, y'all? It's Jay Calderon, Stand Clear Entertainment, and we're about to get into this week's boxing talk. Newly crowned WBO welterweight champion Jeff Horn pulled off the major controversial upset over Manny "Pac-Man" Pacquiao in his backyard of Australia with over 55,000 fans in attendance, and on ESPN, which had the most highest views in over 20 years with over 4+ million viewers that watched the fight here in the United States. And it turned out to be a very good fight. Now, a lot of people, including myself, felt that Jeff Horn would not last more than 4 rounds in this fight, and he proved us wrong. This kid came to fight. He looked like the bigger, stronger, definitely the younger man in the ring that night, pushing Manny Pacquiao back. He was pressing the attack from the ongoing early rounds. I gave Jeff Horn the first 2 rounds of the fight, and I saw Jeff Horn looking very good in this fight. He looked very strong and the bigger man against Manny Pacquiao, landing some good body work in the beginning rounds, and he was also landing a good solid jab and landing that right hand on Manny Pacquiao. But Pacquiao from the 3rd round started to pick up the pace, and he started to put on that high volume punch output where he started to land his quick hand shots and started to find a target with that left hand on Jeff Horn. Pacquiao was taking over the middle rounds of this fight, and in the 7th round, I saw Jeff Horn land a good right hand that hurt Manny Pacquiao. A lot of people didn't talk about that round, but I saw a clear shot that stopped the momentum of Manny Pacquiao, because Pacquiao was having a very good 7th round until Jeff Horn landed that shot, and it was a good shot, and I saw Manny Pacquiao clearly hurt in that round. Then Manny Pacquiao came storming back in the 9th round. It was a very big round for Manny Pacquiao where he hurt Jeff Horn in that fight, and he looked like he was about to finish Jeff Horn, and the referee was looking very closely of stopping that fight. Even after the round was over, a lot of people had scored that round a 10-8 round. I didn't. It was a 10-9 round for me, because there was no knockdown, there was no standing 8 count, and the rules apply. You know, judges can score it a 10-8 round, but let's be honest, it wasn't a 10-8 round. You know, it was a very strong round for Manny Pacquiao. Pacquiao had him in bad trouble, and he couldn't finish him off. Pacquiao hasn't knocked out anyone since 2009. You know, Pacquiao is not the same fighter he once was. You know, did he get older in this fight? He's 38 years old. You know, there's no excuses that he was sick or whatever. You know, let's throw all of that out the window. Manny Pacquiao is not the same fighter he once was. There's a lot of accusations saying that he was on steroids. You know, there's no proof whatsoever that this man was ever juicing. You know, we could say that, you know, how is it possible for a man to come from 112 pounds and fight all the way to 154 pounds and knock guys out in the welterweight division of 147 pounds? Because the last person he knocked out was in the welterweight division. And Manny Pacquiao is a special type of fighter, and that's what I want to believe. That's my opinion, you know, that he's one of those guys that come around once in a lifetime that has that aura about him, that invincibility about him, that he was a destructive being. But people like to say that, you know, he must have been on something. There's no way possible a human being could be able to do what Manny Pacquiao was able to do. He's the first man ever to win titles in 8 weight divisions. He's an icon, a legend, and I give him the respect. You know, until proven guilty, I give him the benefit of the doubt that this man wasn't on anything. You know, and in this fight, he looked like a guy that was on the decline. You know, he was still good enough that in my eyes, I believe that he won 9 rounds to 3 over Jeff Horn. The fight went down the stretch. It went to the 12th and final round, and Jeff Horn got the decision victory in his hometown, where a lot of people were screaming robbery over this fight. And I gotta say, it was one of the worst decisions in boxing. I think the Timothy Bradley was even worse. This fight was a lot better and more competitive than the first Timothy Bradley fight. So I give that respect to Jeff Horn, because Jeff Horn came to fight. This man did not come to lay down, and he proved a lot of people wrong, including myself. You know, I called him a C-level fighter when I made my first video, but he proved himself to be a worthy challenger for that world title, and he worked his way up the rankings, you know, to get this title shot, and he definitely proved to me that he deserved to be in that ring, and he put a very good effort, a game effort, but I didn't see him winning this fight. I saw this fight a lot wider for Manny Pacquiao, and those scorecards, especially that 117-111, was horrendous. And that was definitely a robbery scorecard right there, because Manny Pacquiao didn't deserve to go out this way. I personally believe that Manny Pacquiao should retire from the sport of boxing. He has nothing left to prove. He's made millions of dollars. He is definitely a sure first ballot Hall of Famer. Manny Pacquiao will forever be a legend in this sport, 8-division world champion, and just giving back to the boxing world. And a great fight, because it was a great fight. It was an excellent fight, and everything was perfect for the night, with the viewership on ESPN, with the crowd on hand on Australia, and a great fight by both men. The decision ruined that fight. You know, it was very controversial. A lot of people are upset about the outcome of this fight. The only people that are really saying that Manny Pacquiao lost this fight are people that wasn't rooting for Manny Pacquiao in the first place. You know, I'm not a big Manny Pacquiao fan. I have gone against Manny Pacquiao many times with Oscar De La Hoya, Miguel Cotto, even Ricky Hatton. I went against Manny Pacquiao. You know, Manny Pacquiao, I like him. He's a very entertaining fighter. And like I said before, he has given so much to the sport of boxing, a lot of thrills, and he has proven me wrong many times. And in this fight, Jeff Horn gave a great performance, you know, but I believe he came up short in this fight. And it's a shame that this fight had to end this way and ruin a perfect night of boxing, because it's been a great year of boxing for boxing fans. Now, I heard that he's trying to make an appeal on this fight with the WBO committee. I don't think they're going to change the ruling of this fight. You know, we've seen a lot of bad decisions in boxing history, and a win is a win for Jeff Horn. You know, he's the champion now. He's already calling out guys like Keith Thurman and also Errol Spence Jr. that he wants those fights. And I got to tell you this right now. There's a lot of speculation about Bob Arum. I'm hearing that Manny Pacquiao's contract was up and he was about to leave Top Rank. He should have left Top Rank years ago. We would have had that Manny Pacquiao and Mayweather fight earlier in their careers than later. That's Manny Pacquiao's fault, because he has been loyal to Bob Arum. And at the end, I think Bob Arum is looking out for himself and looking out for the future stars of his boxing stable, and that's Terrence Crawford. Because at the post-press conference, he's also a co-promoter for Jeff Horn. And he was sitting right next to Jeff Horn when Jeff Horn said, if there's not a rematch with Manny Pacquiao and Pacquiao decides to retire, I want Keith Thurman. I want to unify the titles. That's the right attitude. That's what you want to see in a champion. And Bob Arum said, now hold on, wait a minute. There's another guy right now that's about to take care of business this summer in Terrence Crawford against Julius Ondungo. And once he's done, he wants to move up and he's going to want to fight for that world title. And now Bob Arum is already selling us Terrence Crawford versus Jeff Horn. Now that looks very suspicious. He's already saying Manny Pacquiao should retire. He's not even crying out that this is a controversial fight. He's saying that this fight was very close, that could have went either way. But when Timothy Bradley pulled off the upset victory in their first fight, and he was promoting Timothy Bradley, he was over there screaming robbery. He was saying that this fight was a travesty, that these judges should be punished. And he was advocating for a rematch. He gave us 2 rematches after that fight. You know, so it's ridiculous that Bob Arum is sitting up here now, all of a sudden at the end of Manny Pacquiao's career, urging Manny Pacquiao to retire, hang up the gloves, or fight a rematch in Australia, because this fight, it has to take place in Australia because that's what the contract says. This is crazy. It's ridiculous, and I smell that there is something in-house right now going on with Bob Arum and Manny Pacquiao, because I truly believe Manny Pacquiao has seen the light. Now he's paying the price for it. Is this retaliation for Manny Pacquiao and his manager trying to make a deal behind Bob Arum's back to fight with Amir Khan? Bob Arum wasn't happy about this. This was all over social media, and this was a much better fight than the one that Bob Arum was trying to make. Bob Arum was pushing for this fight to happen overseas, and to have Jeff Horn as the opponent, while Manny Pacquiao was looking for a better fight, a more high-profile fight with Amir Khan. But Amir Khan is with Al Heyman. And Bob Arum was refusing to make this fight. He didn't want to make any fight against guys like Keith Thurman or even Danny Garcia or Adrian Broner. Bob Arum did everything in his power to make this fight with Jeff Horn. And look at the results that we are having. Now he's saying that Manny Pacquiao has to have either a rematch or retire. Total disrespect to an icon legend. And it's very shameful from Bob Arum and his promotion company that they would do this to a man that has made them millions of dollars and that has given so much to the sport of boxing. But that's my opinion. It's all speculation and we don't really know behind the scenes. But let's hope that Manny Pacquiao retires from the sport of boxing, because he definitely does not deserve this. He's 38 years old. He's made a lot of money. He's thrilled the fans, and he should walk away giving back to the fans in a great fight that he just had. Even though the outcome wasn't the outcome that he deserved, he definitely gave back to this boxing community. And I wish Manny Pacquiao all the respect in the world, and I wish him the best in this future after boxing. But Manny Pacquiao should retire. As for Jeff Horn, I don't think he has a prayer against a guy like Keith Thurman or against a guy like Errol Spence. But I applaud him if he wants to take that challenge as a world champion to try to unify the titles. I think a fight between Timothy Bradley or even Jesse Vargas that's possibly on the table, because he's one of the high-ranking guys in the WBO rankings. And I think that's a fight that's pretty good fight. And I would like to see Jeff Horn against either one of those guys, Bradley or Vargas. And I would like to see how good Jeff Horn is, because Jeff Horn proved his worth in this fight. But I would like to thank everyone for tuning in to this video right here. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel right here, J. Calderon Boxing Talk. Hit that little red subscribe button and also put your email information in so you get all my notifications once I drop a new video. Also, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram, and also the Facebook boxing group page, J. Calderon Boxing Talk. I'm J. Calderon, Stan Clear Entertainment. Thanks for your support. Keep watching and please subscribe.